When we hear the word addiction, many of us only think of substances like alcohol or drugs. And for some people, yes, those are the most visible and destructive forms. But addiction doesn't always show up in such obvious ways. In fact, in many ancestral lines, addiction may look like overworking, constantly needing to achieve to feel worthy, perfectionism, never allowing yourself to rest or feel good enough, caretaking, focusing entirely on others to avoid your own needs, chronic busyness, filling every moment so you don't have to feel what's underneath. These behaviors can be just as powerful as substances when it comes to numbing discomfort, managing anxiety, or avoiding emotional pain. From a biological perspective, science tells us there can be a genetic component to addiction. Certain genes can influence dopamine regulation, impulse control, and stress response. If a parent or grandparent struggled with addiction, the risk can be higher, especially if the environment also supports those patterns. But beyond genetics, there's something we now understand through the science of epigenetics, the way trauma and stress patterns can be passed down through generations. Even if your ancestors didn't drink or use substances, they may have passed along emotional coping strategies that shaped how you and those before you deal with life's challenges. From a spiritual and ancestral healing perspective, addiction is often seen as an energy pattern in the family line, a way of unconsciously protecting ourselves from pain. It can start from unresolved grief, loss, trauma, generations back, and continue until someone consciously tends to it. This sound healing journey is designed to help you work at that deeper ancestral level, not only with your own patterns, but those you have inherited. Through sound, we can open space for clarity, compassion, and new ways of being. Before we begin, I invite you to spin the wheel of intention. It'll offer you a guiding phase, something to anchor into during the journey. A word, a truth, a frequency that your soul may need in this moment. You'll find the link to the wheel of intention at the bottom of this video. Feel free to pause here, take your time, and return when you're ready. And with all that being said, let the journey begin. Close your eyes and begin to notice your breath. Inhale slowly through the nose and exhale softly through the mouth. With each breath, feel yourself arriving here. Let the noise of the day fade into the background. Your body begins to loosen, your heart softens, and your mind grows clear and spacious. We welcome the ancestors now, those remembered and forgotten, those whose choices, struggles, and strength have carried us here. They gather with us in love, in compassion, and in truth. Even the ones who carried pain, who turned to substances or patterns of escape, they are welcome here too. For today, we do not judge. We honor their journey, and we release the shame and guilt that has been carried for far too long. Breathe in and feel the light of forgiveness moving gently through the lineage. Exhale and let the heaviness of silence and stigma melt away. In this moment, a space opens for healing, not only for you, but for those who came before and those who will come after. Into this circle, we now invite Ascended Master Hilarion. Feel the emerald flame surrounding the lineage, illuminating the shadows with compassion, dissolving the cords of pain, and restoring truth where there was illusion. This presence reminds us that addiction does not define a soul. It is but a chapter, and healing is always possible. Rest in your breath Inhale and receive light. Exhale and release what no longer serves. Feel yourself held, supported, and deeply connected to the river of healing that flows through your ancestral line. And now, as you continue to soften into this energy, allow the frequencies to carry you deeper into the journey that begins here. Set your intention. Welcome back. Take a deep breath in and let it go slowly. Notice how your body feels now, how your heart feels, how the space around you may feel lighter, softer, more open. In this journey, you've offered healing to the line of addiction in your ancestry. You've witnessed the struggle without judgment, released shame that was never truly yours to carry, and invited compassion into the places that once felt heavy. This healing ripples not only through your body and soul, but also through the generations that came before and the generations still to come. As you move back into your day or night, trust that the release continues gently in ways you may not always see. You may notice synchronicities, symbols, dreams, or subtle confirmations that remind you this work is alive within you. Honor these signs. Let them reassure you that the lineage is softening, mending, and transforming through your courage. Take your time as you return. Drink some water, rest, and know that you are held in the love of your ancestors and in the infinite field of healing that you've helped open today. Bye for now. Now that you've completed your sound healing journey, it's important to give yourself space to integrate the shifts that have taken place, physically, emotionally, and energetically. Healing continues long after the session ends, and how you care for yourself afterwards can deepen and support that process. Here are a few simple recommendations to help you nurture yourself. First, consider taking an Epsom salt bath or foot soak. The magnesium in the salts help to relax muscles, release toxins, and ground your energy after the vibrational shifts you've experienced. Next, make sure to drink plenty of water. Sound healing works on the subtle energy body, and staying well hydrated helps to flush out any released energy and support the flow of new, revitalized energy throughout your system. If possible, I recommend refraining from alcohol or cannabis for at least 24 hours after the session. These substances can dull the body's natural processing and integration of the healing frequencies. Giving your body and mind time to stay clear will allow the work to settle more deeply. You might also want to sip on a soothing herbal tea, something like chamomile, peppermint, or lemon balm, to further relax the nervous system and keep your energy calm and centered. This is also a wonderful time to do some gentle journaling. Writing down any emotions, thoughts, visuals, or physical sensations you experience during the journey can provide clarity and insight. You may find that messages or intuitive nudges continue to arise as you reflect. Finally, allow yourself to simply rest and relax. Take it easy. Give yourself permission to slow down. Take a walk in nature or spend quiet time alone, whatever feels most nourishing to you. Trust that your body and spirit know exactly how to integrate this experience. Be gentle with yourself and know that the healing will continue to unfold in the hours and days ahead. My journeys are not designed for passive listening. They are energetic medicine created with intention, precision, and care. Each one is meant to be felt deeply, not simply heard. Because of that, I strongly recommend listening to only one session a week. This may feel surprising at first, especially if you're drawn to dive in and explore multiple journeys. But healing through sound is not about intensity or quantity. It's about allowing the frequencies to settle, to integrate, and to gently restructure energy in the body and the nervous system. When you give yourself time between sessions, you allow the healing to take root. The days after a journey are just as important as the journey itself. This is when the frequencies continue working, behind the scenes, softening stored tension, clearing blockages, and awakening your body's natural healing intelligence. If you listen to too many sessions back to back, it can be overstimulating for your system, making it harder to feel the benefit of any one journey. Instead, make this a weekly ritual. Set aside time just for you. Light a candle, set an intention, and let the sound be the space of restoration and reflection. Notice what shifts in the hours and days afterward. Healing doesn't always look dramatic, but subtle changes are sacred too. Remember, the sound begins the journey, but the healing continues in the stillness that follows. I want to gently speak to something that can sometimes catch people off guard after a sound healing journey. It's called a healing crisis, or what's also known as a detox reaction. A healing crisis is a natural, temporary response that occurs as your body, mind, and energy systems begin to release what has been held, whether that's physical toxins, emotional blockages, or energetic patterns that no longer serve your highest good. During a sound healing journey, frequencies often reach deep into your nervous system, your cellular memory, even your subtle body. And sometimes what's stirred up doesn't release all at once. It rises to the surface in waves. You may experience emotional vulnerability, fatigue, headaches, muscle aches, vivid dreams, or even a flare in physical pain. Some people feel tearful, anxious, or irritable. Others might feel foggy or even slightly disoriented. These sensations can begin during the session or more often a few hours or even a day or two afterward. This response is not a setback. It's not something you need to fix or push away. It's actually your body's wisdom in action, clearing old residue, reorganizing your energy, and creating space for balance and renewal. Most healing crises last between 24 to 72 hours, though for some it may extend gently into a few more days, especially if the shift was profound or layered. It's important to avoid numbing what comes up with painkillers or quick fixes, unless, of course, you're managing an ongoing condition and your body truly requires support. Otherwise, when possible, allow the discomfort to move through you. Suppressing it can delay the release and prolong the healing process. Trust the process, trust your body, and trust the timing of your unfolding. Remember, breathe in and exhale slowly. After listening to one of my sound healing journeys, you may have experienced unexpected emotions rising to the surface. Feelings you didn't even realize you were holding. Maybe it left you with questions. Why did that feeling come up? What did that image mean? Perhaps you saw visions or symbols, heard a particular word or phrase, or felt something shift in a specific part of your body. These moments are meaningful. They aren't random. They're part of your inner landscape beginning to reveal itself. That's where Quiet Unfolding comes in. Quiet Unfolding is my integration support package created to gently guide you through the hours and days after a journey. It's here to help you process what surfaced, reflect on what's shifting, and receive extra energetic support as things continue to unfold, such as tarot insights and intuitive reflections based on what came up for you during the journey. Symbol interpretations for images, sensations, or visions that came through, either from your personal experience or what I observed if holding session for you privately. Integration practices to help your body settle and your energy ground, such as journaling prompts, breathwork suggestions, and gentle somatic tools and reading materials. Optional Bach flower remedy recommendations for emotional balance and nervous system support. This offering is available for a small fee. It's a way to go deeper, to feel seen, and to continue your healing journey with a little more guidance and care. Let the days that follow be sacred. Let the integration be intentional. Let it unfold quietly and in your own time.